You've been trying to turn generic prompts into meaningful pieces of content, and you never had to go through that because you didn't have a problem with having enough ideas. Even now, that's not the truth because you have plenty of ideas. You have hundreds of them probably written down somewhere in a notebook that you forgot where you put it. You've written scripts before and you've attempted to even write a blog post or a newsletter. But what stops you is that you are not sure which of these ideas are actually worth developing. Which ones are actually relevant to what you do? Is this even relevant? How is this connected? So I want to explain what the actual issue is so you know exactly what's been stopping you and why it hasn't worked and what your content needs instead. Not to call you out, but because I'm actually creating an offer that's going to help you kick that generic stuff to the curb because it wasn't helping you solve the problem that you really have. And I'll tell you all about that later. So the reason those prompts keep doing you dirty is because you're very strict about what makes it into your content. And I understand why you get into that place. You do not want to be the person that has a viral video that has nothing to do with your business. You don't want to be the person who posts a video talking about your business and people want to talk about everything else but what you said in that video. Shout out to the people who are always getting comments about their outfits, their makeup, their hair. Listen, girl, I understand. I understand your frustration because when people respond to everything but what you mentioned in your content, it starts to feel like people are missing the point or that it's not clear. They can enjoy you as a person and even connect with you, but it doesn't feel like they're connecting with what you want them to do, what you want them to buy. And that taps into exactly why the prompts aren't helping. Even though they tell you that they're specifically made to help you convert, which may or may not be true. These are the prompts that promise to help you keep it strictly about business, make it professional, and not to deviate or turn your content into influencer content. But none of that is really necessary. You don't need all them rules. What is necessary is your content having a human element to it, having personality, and feeling like there is a person on the other side of the screen because that's naturally what's going to separate you. That naturally makes you unique without you even having to put in any effort. And in the place that we're in right now with so much content being AI generated, scripts, avatars, I mean, you name it, your edge and your distinction are going to come from you being able to create in that way. One of the most freeing things I've been able to help my clients to see and people who just take my advice, whether it's from my content or a conversation that we had, is that they are able to see that the thread was always there. They're always surprised at how something that felt irrelevant, something that they felt had nothing to do with their business, was connected the entire time. Not only did it make sense for what they do, but it also made them so much more interesting to other people because now there's some humanity and personality and flavor that's attached to it, not just a script. Not just a prompt. And it's not about simply doing an informative video or a how-to or a tutorial. It's something that actually speaks to your people. It makes them desperate to want to know more about what you do. One of the ways that I've helped people to do this is by interviewing them. I noticed in working with my clients over the years that they gave some of the clearest, the most confident content in our sessions together because they're not thinking about the best way to say things. They're not worried about how to format the video or even the best hook. Instead, they get to talk about what they do with personality, with passion, and in a relaxed environment because it is simply a conversation. I mean, we even have fun making content. Now, how many of you can say that you're having fun making your content right now? I'm just saying. That's why I decided that it was time to take the same approach that I have used with them and create a space where I can help people with this exact same issue while also making sure that the content actually gets made. Not just the strategy or the pep talk to do it on their own, but having someone that partners with them to get the content done. Spots are going to be opening up soon for this offer. Remember the one that I mentioned earlier in the video? And I'm expecting this to be the answer that so many entrepreneurs have been looking for. And if that's you, I want to invite you to join the wait list to make sure that you can secure your spot, because I can only do so many of these because they are so customized. And I want to make sure that I give you everything that I've got. So make sure you get on that wait list, because I cannot wait to partner with you to make content that you enjoy making and that you're going to love. And also, that's going to attract the people you've been wanting to talk to.